on from last night, and if they haven't broken their TV by throwing the remote at the screen. All right, let's start in the first half, because the first half, it's like, all right, Giants can't get the things going at the line. Let's call a timeout. All right, Giants call a timeout. Let's bring it in. And here's the play that comes out of a timeout in the first half after you have a chance to discuss it. It's false start after a timeout, which is just unacceptable, moving them out of field goal range. All right, let's go then late here. Okay, what's that? This is a Lorenzo Carter offsides on a crucial play late in the game. Then they have the field goal, and it's like, all right, he misses. Dexter Lawrence was offsides. I bring up these plays. A false start after a timeout, an offsides, an encroachment penalty in a crucial moment, an offsides on a field goal attempt that actually was missed. I bring those all up because Joe Judge preaches discipline and accountability. And I'll give you a pass for the lapse over the summer if in the regular season your teams are accountable and they preach discipline. This one was tough for Giants fans to swallow because Daniel Jones played awesome last night. It
was awesome.
And you finally got the performance you wanted from Daniel Jones. And Jason Garrett's game plan, which is easily picked apart, and he's a piñata on a lot of local shows here in New York, was really good. And yet it was the special teams, Joe Judge is the special teams coach, and it was the discipline and accountability that leaves you head scratching. Giants fans, the Giants lost this game probably 7 times last night. And then they had a chance at the end, and they weren't aggressive enough to win it. I think if you're waking up as a Washington fan, great. If you're a Giants fan, it's a tough one to stomach.
I was really disappointed in the Giants coaching staff because I don't know who they thought they had on. Maybe they thought they had LT, Carl Banks, Jim Burt, and those guys on defense. So they were going to settle for the field goal. Yeah, I brought his name up.
Great one, Chris.
Yesterday.
Look at you.
You need to go for the touchdown there. After that interception, they lost all their sense of aggression. Like, let's finish this off. Let's take it down. We got confidence in the quarterback compared to the other side where Heineke throws an interception and they get aggressive. So that right there was puzzling to me.
Don't you think Heineke deserves some credit? You're giving the coaching staff, you know, they had faith in him after the interception. I feel like we're just going on a couple first dates with Taylor Heineke. We're just getting to know him. We don't know much about him. And so every time we hang out with him, we learn something. I learned yesterday he's got no panic button. Kim Jones joined us and said he's ready for the big stage. And I was like, all right, well, that's going to be on the back pages that if he's not able to perform under the bright lights. What did he do? He throws that interception. He looked calm as can be on that final drive. I think he deserves a lot of credit.
Yeah, I think you make a great point there, but this is the problem. It's the player's job to create confidence in the coach in practice. You can't wait to get in the game and create that. If he hadn't done that in practice, you're right. You could see. So he is responsible for the success and the confidence that the staff had.
I don't know if he can keep it going, but it was fascinating to watch. And congratulations to Washington. It was a great day.
Yeah, I love it.
Great day.
Didn't even mention the ex-girlfriend Cam Newton once the entire night.
No, and we shouldn't.
She didn't even come up.
She's history. Hard not to be excited about that date if you're a Washington fan. Let's bring in Ian Rappaport. This morning we saw an impressive performance from Taylor Heineke. I was all about it. He got he completely lost the interception from his mind and got the win for his team. What is the timetable for Ryan Fitzpatrick, the other sort of ex-girlfriend in the mix here?
Well, let's start with Fitz's timetable. From what I understand, and he really spent the last 3 or 4 days trying to figure this out, seeing experts, seeing doctors, getting a bunch of different medical opinions to figure out what was the next course of action. He is going to go at his hip issue, which, of course, remember, his hip sublux, which went in and out of the socket. He is going to go at it non-surgically. So he is going to go with the rehab option. From what I understand, he is out about 8 weeks. Maybe come back a week sooner, maybe be ready a week sooner, but probably about 8 weeks, which means he is likely out until mid-November, which is fine. Fitz obviously was the starter week 1, going to come back mid-November. But then you see Taylor Heineke come out last night and play the way he did. It does add a different variable to the mix. Does he come in and keep the starting job? If you're Fitz, obviously Washington does want him back. Absolutely no doubt about it. They want him back, believe he will be back this season. But the way Heineke played, the belief this team has in him, he's younger, he's cheaper, perhaps representing a bigger future. If they're winning games like they did last night and Heineke plays as well as he did, does he keep the job? This is obviously a big question going forward for Washington.
It's all exciting. Thank you so much, Ian Rappaport. Appreciate you. Talk to you throughout the morning here as we get set for week 2 action on